can't figure it out. Anyway, it is about dinner time, so I am here for, well, for that. What we're going to do today is I'm going to visit the 3 booths from countries that I have not been to. No, not that I haven't been to the booths, it's countries that I haven't been to. And I know I mentioned this before. I know you're terribly, terribly disappointed. So am I. I'm reminding myself of this every time I come here. It's very, very difficult to deal with, but I will have to find a way to overcome it, hopefully in the near future. Unfortunately, that might not be the case for some of these places. Either way, the food is delicious. One will be a repeat, but, well, we'll just forget about that. I am also limited. I have 2 hours, I think, before the sun goes down, and I'm limited to impulse power only. I am dealing with a minor recurring ski injury from a long time ago, and, well, right now is when it's decided to haunt me again, maybe because the weather has changed. All right, let's go, Brandon. Our first stop is India, introduced in 2017. An adorable little booth. Now, wait a minute, Disney. Can you assure me that this was constructed and decorated only by legitimate Indians? Otherwise, that would be a pretty bad cultural appropriation. Yeah, what am I saying? You don't care. No one's gonna ever know that. This is the korma chicken with basmati rice, crispy chickpeas, and spiced yogurt sauce. Yum. And to go with that, a mango lassi. It is very noisy here. The korma chicken was really good. Had a bit of a industrial feel to it. I don't know, but it was still pretty good. The mango lassi, though, was delicious. I wish they would serve that in larger portions, especially if you get the non-alcoholic or the unspiked version. Quite delicious. I might go back and get another one, but not today. So, India. Well, this is an interesting one. I have been closing in on India from both directions for quite a while. Dubai from their west and China from the east, but never actually made it to India proper. The closest opportunity was a cruise that I was considering taking from Dubai to Singapore. This was a couple years ago, and I was going to use that to go to the first Ferrari land and not movie park, whatever it is, and a couple other parks there, and then finally Universal Singapore. And there were a few stops in India, Sri Lanka, and some other place, but that did not work out. So, well, I've never been to India, although I will. Oddly, though. It's one of those places where there was a joke on that TV show once that, I don't know, was kind of, hopefully it's not foreshadowing, but I don't know, it's one place I'm going to have to go and tread lightly. Although, there is one thing I do want to see on the interior, and no, it's not the Taj Mahal. It's actually, I guess it's the Darjeeling Railroad, this little narrow gauge railroad that still operates and carries, well, ostensibly tea, but passengers now up and down a mountain. I think it's absolutely adorable, and if I can make it work, that would be my goal when visiting India, when I finally get there. Those are still there. Well, there's always next hurricane season. I am making good time, but this is about as fast as I can move, so I don't know if I'll make it. I think I will. I should be okay. I should have gone the other way, because I think Brazil and Australia are shorter going back through the hub-ish, whatever. But I chose the long way, so I'm just going to have to deal with that now. Oh, I did have a little mishap that caused a few minutes delay. Apparently, after all the great service on Scarlet Lady, I forgot how to hold a plate. And the few remaining bits of my korma chicken went flying onto my arm. So, a bit of a delay, but we're going to try and make up time. All right, there. See, I'm moving faster. You can tell, right? Next stop is Brazil, which has been here quite a while. Apparently 1996. Original-ish, I guess. All right, I got confused. I thought this was the tent, but that's actually Belgium. So, yeah, I would have had to come this way anyway. All right, line is long. Let's get that started. This is the crispy pork belly with black beans, tomatoes, and onions. It was served better. I had a little tilting accident. That's why it looks that way. But should not affect what's important. The crispy pork belly was quite delicious, intensely savory, so I'm kind of glad it was only like a sampling portion. It would have been very difficult to have that as a full meal. So worth getting again, but the festival is almost over, so that won't happen this year. Now, I can tell that my judginess has changed after Scarlet Lady. The food was so good that my expectations have, well, they've been bumped up a few notches, and you know, they're really having trouble meeting those new expectations around here. But I don't know, maybe they'll get their act together. Anyway, Brazil. Okay, so I have been close to Brazil. You know, Chile, Peru, Ecuador, but never Brazil proper. Again, my opportunity was last year, I think, for, all right, this is going to shock you because I was actually seriously considering this. A cruise. Yes, I know. Calm down, it's fine. But it would have been a cruise around the tip of South America through the Magellan Straits, and then either beginning or ending in Argentina or Chile. Either way, that didn't happen for, well, no, actually, maybe that was nonsense. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I just had other things going on. I don't know. But that's probably how I will get to Brazil because there's not really a whole lot to see on the interior unless you want to go to Brasilia and see what a incredibly poorly designed city looks like. You know, and if I wanted to see the Amazon, that would be on a boat also. So, yeah, either way, it's going to be on a boat. That's how I'm going to visit Brazil. So, next up is dessert. Time for Australia. Another old-timer from 1997. Very traditional architecture here. This is a deconstructed pavlova. You'll have to guess what the ingredients are because I forgot to take a picture of the menu, but that's okay. You can pretty much see what it is. All right. Perfect dessert. Deconstructed pavlova, a very tasty dessert. Not sure what a pavlova is. I could have looked it up, but I wasn't going to. So, yes, recommendable. Yeah, definitely get it, especially if you're there at Australia. All right, I know we've talked about Australia before and, why I haven't been there and how that's a disappointment. So maybe today we'll just talk a little bit about the state of Australia, which is pretty bad. It is crazy down there. It has become a police state that Kim Jong-un is taking notes on. I've watched some commentators and, news reports about what's going on down there, and I'm going to tell you, Princess, be happy, be thankful that we live in Florida, because what's going on down there, it's pretty much the opposite for the ostensibly free world. They have been locked down for months for statistically no reason. It's been absolutely crazy. And now, one day, some restrictions are lifted, hundreds of thousands get stranded on a sandbar because it's the first fun thing they've been able to do in almost 2 years. So I totally understand it. But it's insane. So it could take years for Australia to recover from this. So hopefully there are some brave Australians who will, be fed up, put their hat in the ring, get elected to important offices, and end all of this nonsense like, we're doing and have done here in the great and free state of Florida. Sadly, I will not be staying for the best nighttime show here at Epcot, Beacons of Magic, and the other one. They do have a second show here. I've only seen it once, and it's not Beacons of Magic, it's a longer one. But, it's getting close, but it's getting cold also, and I need to go rest and get ready for tomorrow. Time changed, so that's good, actually. I like that. I'll be up earlier and in bed earlier. This is still about as fast as I can move. So I mentioned earlier, this is, I'm 90% sure, a ski injury from 10 from 10 to 15 years ago. I'm pretty sure it was, I'm pretty sure it was at Keystone, and I was coming down, it might have been late in the season, and I was cutting right around a corner, and then went to hop left, and hit a patch of ice, and it was like a cartoon. The skis went flying in the air, I crashed down on my left hip, one ski went flying down the mountain, the other dug into the ice and bent back, and that was not fun. And I slid for a while on my side, finally coming to a stop, And, well, yeah, that's what happened. It took a couple minutes to recover. Well, actually, no. It couldn't have taken a couple minutes to recover because I looked up and I was kind of on not really a blind spot, but I was over a hill, so anybody could have come over and made the situation even worse. So I scrambled to get up. It was not pleasant. Grab all the equipment and kept moving. So actually, this has happened before. It recurs, kind of like my shoulder, but I know this is pretty bad. But I know, a few days, just nurse it back to health, and then I will be fine. But until then, this is about as fast as I can muster, which is fine for a cruise ship. But well, here in the parks, that's going to create some interesting challenges. I should find out when she is activated. Won't be tonight, but something I would like to see and capture and share because it is gorgeous. Well, Princess, this, I guess, will be my last trip to the food festival specifically. I mean, who knows what might happen in the next couple of weeks. I enjoyed visiting the 3 countries, or the booths of the 3 countries that I've never actually been to. And, well, look forward to getting there eventually. And now I have the rather long and arduous walk back to Miss Liberty 2 because for some reason cruise lines can figure out how to get trams running, but Disney can't. Although I know in the grand scheme of things that is quite trivial, and despite the fact that, well, I am in a bit of pain right now, I am still very thankful for my problems.